All right. Let's see. How do I get that to go away? Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. It is April 22nd, 2026. Wow. And the year keeps rolling on. If you're here, let me know. I'd love to say hi. And we'll give it a few seconds to see if anybody pops on. Wednesdays here at the casita are all about paper crafting fun. So, well, let's face it, like more than just Wednesdays are about paper crafting fun because I love paper crafting fun and all things paper, ink, stamps, all the goodies. But let's see. Okay. So, my name is, did I say this already? How do I forget things like in the last 2 minutes? I don't know. But thank you so much for being here. My name is Jennifer Olea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Yuma, Arizona, and we are getting warm, so that's always fun. But let's see. Hopefully, you guys are going to like today's card. It is a little sneak peek. Let's see. Lola says, good morning. She had no sound on YouTube, so I'm here. So if anybody, oh, you're on Facebook. I see that now. Okay. I don't know how to check it. I can see that I have audio moving up and down, but let's see. Good morning, Yolanda. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for letting me know. Um, what was I saying? Oh, this is a sneak peek of what is going to be available in the catalog. Well, it's in the catalog, but it's going to be available May 5th. And I can't show you what's inside the catalog, but I can show you the catalog, and I love it. There's a very big glare on there. There you go. I love how it's put together, and I love that I love the product. So I wanted to showcase this guy. I'm going to give you some measurements in case you want to replicate this card. And it is, I forget what the suite, I just looked it up. Can you tell I'm having memory problems today? There it is. It is called the Waterside Retreat Suite. Say that 5 times fast. But it's a gorgeous suite, and it brings back fond memories of my childhood in the summer. We would go up to a lake in Northern California, and I would get to spend a couple of weeks there with my grandparents and probably like a week with my parents. And it was just fun. We got to water ski and be in the trees. And good morning, Susanna. I'm so happy you're here. Mom, I don't know what you're saying. Supposed to be YouTube, or maybe that's Dad. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's watching. Okay. But yeah, so this paper product suite, which is paper in the suite, there's paper, stamps, a die, and then these cute little trinkets, which I'm not using today. But let's make the table camera bigger so you guys can see these. But see these little anchors? They're so cute. I'm not using them today, but I have visions of using these on the kids. And you guys all know who well, I shouldn't say the kids, the kid, not plural, just one kid, on his like deployment book, because, but anyway, I'm rambling. We should get to paper crafting fun. So let me show you the paper that comes in this suite. I did not cut this down. This is 12 by 12. I have a big giant paper clip that I love. Look how big that paper clip is. But so we've got old school life vests. These are just like so many memories. And oars. I remember floating a river, and my grandpa was in a canoe with the ice chest of the food, and the rest of us were in inner tubes. But these little oh gosh, the key to the boat was always on a little floaty thing in case it got in the water. I think these are seagulls. I don't remember seagulls being there. I don't think so. Maybe in another part of the country, but riding bikes, fishing, lots of fishing. And then it comes with this piece right here that you could cut into sections to make, it could be a card front, little designs up here. Like this is more like shore versus lake, right? But when I was at On Stage, a lady that had this suite, I was doing a presentation on it. She called these cut apart cards, and I thought that was a cute name for this type of designer series paper, right? Whenever we get this in a designer series paper pack, I don't know what to call these things, but I like that she called them cut apart cards. Oh, and the back side, the B side. Let's talk about that. So this is actually, we're going to be using the B sides of this card. So of course, wood. Who doesn't love a good plank? And some plaid. I feel like this should be like a seat cushion, right? Some birds. And this guy right here, which is, I see water, right? Do you guys see the water? It's just some good blue and white stripes. Can't go wrong. Screams lake, right? Okay, so that is the designer series paper. And like I said, today we're going to be using the mostly the B side, but this is how you can find me on all the socials, right? And then this way, we have lots of pieces of paper here. So let me show you the card that we're going to make. This is the guy that we're going to make today. And then on the inside is where we're going to be doing the majority of our stamping. But we're letting the paper do the heavy lifting on this card, right? And so let's get started. Okay. So we have your basic card base, which is, I don't know why I have this on the centimeter side, because it's cleaner. And you guys like it when it's cleaner. Okay, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then when I was going to see what kind of paper I wanted to use as a layer, I found these in my Mossy Meadow paper pack. And so I was like, yep, perfect. So this embossing folder, I believe, is retired, but I had 2 of them, and I said, let's use them, right? So I am going to attach this right now, and I'm going to use Tear tape because this guy, it has a lot of texture. And when an embossing folder and you use it and it's got a lot of texture, I just like to give it a little extra adhesive. So there's that. So if you just rub this on, and then we're going to pick it up, hopefully with the fingernails. If that doesn't work, you can always use your pick a tool. Let's see. Is everybody having a good Wednesday so far? I hope so. I feel like the day's half over. I always laugh when my husband says that, but sometimes I feel like that too. And it's only 10:10. All right. So there's our first base. Now, I'm doing layers on this card, right? Some like monochromatic layers, but layers nonetheless. So we have this guy right here, where we're going to use that, I think it would be an awesome couch cushion. Or maybe I don't want the whole couch to be like this, but maybe just the seat cushion. But we're going to do Mossy Meadow on both, for both layers, and then we're going to add the designer series paper. Let's see. Lola said that she loves the embossing folder. So many possibilities. I know it's just a great all around. What's the word I'm looking for? Classic. It's a classic, right? Okay. So our Mossy Meadow is, I wrote these down, is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. So our plaid is 2.5 by 4.5. So we're going to add these. And then our fish designer series paper is 3 by 3. So our Mossy Meadow is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Let's see. Yolanda said it's a good day so far. Well, that is awesome, Yolanda. You guys know that I much prefer my quarter measurements because they're just easier to see on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. They're easier to see on my mind's eye. Okay, so we're going to build this card like so. So let's attach this. And then we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Okay. I wanted the fish to be like the focal point, right? Because who doesn't like a good fish? Are they trout? I don't know. Probably. Okay, so let's do some die cutting because then, let's see, we're going to take, Stylish Shapes. And I already cut out in white this guy right here. And then we're going to take this big guy right here, but we're going to cut off one section because I didn't want it so big. So let's run it through the machine real quick because I haven't done that yet. And pop it out of the die like so. Okay, so this guy is going to go like this, and I'm going to trim this part off because if you guys see on the sample card, I didn't want to lose any of the designer series paper over here. So I just trimmed it off so that it was kind of flush with the fish. So let's get our trimmer. And we're going to just kind of we're going to eyeball the measurement. So it's not a true, this guy is about, with the little pointies, it's about 3.5 inches. So I don't know. With the little pointies, we're going about 2 3/4. So many measurements. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. So that is where our, what do you call it? That's where our sentiment is going to go. Okay, so let's start stamping. We're going to, so let me show you the stamp set. It's really cute. It makes me just want to sit on an Adirondack chair and enjoy my morning coffee, or you can read a book. You can look at the birds if that's your thing. I could do without the birds, but whatever. But it's got some great sentiments. It has Happy Father's Day and Relax, which is great, but it also has Have a Great Birthday. So, for our team meeting, I think we made a really cool card, but I forgot to take a picture of it, and I already mailed them out to the team. So the team got to make them, and or if the team wasn't here, that I make them and mail them out. and I never took a picture of it. So, oops. But I thought it was a really cool card. Okay, so let's get stamping. What are we doing? Let's see, Yolanda said, great bundle for Father's Day. I know, right? And just like that happy birthday is a great masculine sentiment because it's not cursive, it's not flowy or anything like that. It's just print, right? So, okay, so we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to take crumb cake. Yeah, I'm taking crumb cake. This is crumb cake two-tone paper. I'm taking the lighter side. And my thought was when it goes on this paper like this, was that it was kind of like maybe you're like looking out the window or something kind of thing. That was the vibe I was going for anyway. But we're going to take this grass and we're just going to do around the bottom. And it is tone on tone. So we'll do that. And then we're going to take Misty Moonlight and stamp Have a Great Birthday on there. So we're going to tap, tap, tap. Remember, these ink pads are squishy, so we're not pressing too hard. And I think I'm going to do that guy right here. Good. And oh, birds. We've got some seagulls or, I don't know, some kind of bird, but they're going to be blue in my version of this scene. Probably should have done him first. All right, there we go. Oh, good. Yep. Okay. And then I also want to do the word relax, but I'm going to do that one in pecan pie. And I just stuck my finger on the white paper and there's a little smudge. Let's see. Let's see how we're going to fix that. I could turn it over, but with the stitched, I don't really like. I want this guy a little bit darker. I think I need to re-ink my pecan pie. There we go. So that's a tip. Like if you think your ink is going away on your ink pad, always try to pick up ink on the outside because we typically go in the middle, right? Hello, Melanie. I'm so happy you're here. So on our ink pads, if you go on the outer edges, there's usually more ink because we typically don't go there. Okay, so let's stamp this guy. Maybe I'll turn it around and see if there we go. If my R can kind of hide that little smudge. Pretty good. Okay. So there's that. Look, icky fingers. That means it's been a good day so far, right? Okay. We're going to add this to our Mossy Meadow banner. So this guy's going to go like this. All right. And then our inside, I'm using the water paper, which is the backside of the fish paper. And this is going to be 4 by 5¼ And then the everyday arch that I used was, it was it this guy? Nope. Must have been this one. Yep. So it was like the 4th biggest everyday arch. All right, there we go. Had to put those guys back. Okay, this guy's gonna go on the inside. Like so. And The water looks like it's textured. It does. It's got like movement to it, right? Like the way they, I don't know, drew, etched, however this paper was created. It looks like there's movement to it. Okay. So now, oh goodness, I feel like I'm gonna cough. Good morning, Melanie. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I want this edge to kind of line up with the fish layer, the mossy meadow layer that's underneath the fish, because I want to see, like, if I put the whole thing on, it would cover up a lot of this, and I like the way that this corners. So we are going to get some dimensionals and pop this guy up. And I don't know why I'm looking behind me. I know that I have dimensionals in front of me. Let's see, Yolanda says, beautiful cardi colors. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. All right, so let's put some dimensionals on. And it's a great way to use paper. You get to see, I mean, I love Stampin' Up! Paper. I think it's the best, but you know, that's me. All right, so there's that. And then I pulled in some bling from, I think this is the Nature Symphony suite, but the natural matte dots, and I wanted tone on tone. So I must find my little pokey tool. And we're just going to put those guys on right here. You could put another one some other place. You know, I always say, oh, I always do it in threes. I'm not sure that I always do it in threes, but I guess we'll do that, right? All right. Let's see. Oh, I was going to talk about the dies. The dies are pretty cool. You could build this Adirondack chair. You can also stamp the Adirondack chair and then cut it out. It just makes me want to have coffee outside or something. All right, so here is today's Paper Crafty Fun card. So, like I said, this will be available May 5th, the suite, right? But I will put the measurements in the description. And I would love to see if you guys make one, you know, post it on the Facebook page or show me, whatever. I love seeing you guys' crafty stuff, your creations. Ooh, it's getting very hot in here. I don't think I turned up the AC. Okay, so that is our it's not fun fold card yet. Nope, I will be making a fun fold video later today, and it will be going on YouTube. So if you stumbled across this video, make sure that you find the fun fold in under videos on YouTube. If you have not subscribed for my email, subscribe to my email, and on Wednesdays I send that directly to you. That link is in the description. So thank you guys so much for being here. I will be here next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Thank you, Lola. And I hope everybody gets to have a little paper crafting fun today. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. You guys have a good day.